In university, I had this dream that I wouldn't need to speak super delicately about my faith because the Catholic faith would be seen as even more appealing on its own. And that's what brought me here where I am today. Hey, my name is Collin, and I'm a second-year seminarian with the Companions of the Cross. That means that I've completed my year at the farm this past year, and now I'm in Detroit studying philosophy at Sacred Heart Major Seminary. Father Bob Bedard, our community's founder, has a quote that goes like this: "I see the church waking up and becoming explosively alive." In this book, we are called to be Companions of the Cross. That was what ultimately got me to sign the papers to apply for the community. Now, since I've been here and continuing my discernment, I've learned, especially in my philosophy classes this year, that an infinite act of love on God's part, sending His Son Jesus to die for us, requests or demands an act of love on our part back to Him. So within the context of my priestly vocation that I'm discerning, that means I want to answer His call not just because I hear it and I want to be obedient, but because I truly love Him. And for me, that call of love is directed towards His church through the celibate vocation. One thing that's helping me wake up to this universal call of love that we all have as Christians is the formation program here with the Companions. And that's because there's a really heavy emphasis, especially in our first year, on going through our wounded nature, through the different things that wound us in our upbringing, or maybe jobs, relationships that we've had, and understanding how it impacts our capacity to give and to receive love. And so for me, being able to take these lessons and continually apply them so that I can become more whole of a person allows me to more fully answer yes to God because I hear Him calling me. And that's a process that all of us are called to. It's really interesting that in the past 2 years, as I've been going through this process of inner healing, along with my academic studies, of course, I've met all kinds of people almost coming out the woodwork who are very vulnerable in sharing their experience of their own woundedness and human brokenness with me. And being able to share my experience of the healing process that I've learned through our own formation program and say essentially, hey, here's what works for me. This is how I've met the Lord through my own brokenness, and maybe doing XYZ may help you as well. A lot of times these conversations end in questions about the Catholic faith if someone isn't Catholic, or even about the Christian faith if someone isn't religious. And it's been really interesting the amount of conversations about conversions and whatnot that have come out of simple experiences with brokenness that all of us have. And for that, I'm really grateful for the formation program here. One thing that has really helped me through this process of healing and discernment has been living in the community setting that's offered with the Companions. A lot of times whenever I have something that comes up in my personal life or my prayer or something at school that I can't figure out how to deal with on my own, I can think back and remember, oh, a brother has shared XYZ, the same thing before in his life. And so I'm gonna go talk to that brother and pick his brain on how he got through this, what he learned. And a lot of times that ends with a long prayer session, and I feel a lot more filled after, and I have the motivation and kind of a greater understanding of the situation that I'm in because a brother has already walked that road before me and paved the way. And so in that sense, I'm waking up to the greater significance of community life, especially in the context of ministry. And I can't imagine doing ministry, especially in a priestly setting, any other way. Now, what makes all of this possible, the past 2 years of my formation and the 6 in the future, is donor support, because seminarian formation is the single greatest expense that we have as companions. So if you'd like to support our formation program, my process of formation into becoming, God willing, a healthy, strong, whole Catholic priest who's empowered for leadership and the new evangelization, please consider donating. And as always, we need all the prayers that we can get. I need all the prayers I can get. I thank you so much for all of your support and prayers already, and please rest assured of my continued prayers for you guys in the upcoming year as well. God bless.